Good evening, students. Last week we tackled about male and female reproductive system. And now let's proceed to living things reproduction. Today we are going to learn, discover, and explore the world of science. Our lesson for today is all about living things and its characteristics. Are you ready to learn? Okay, that's good. Did you know that our world is made up of variety of things? Look around you. What do you see? Yes, you may see people, plants, and even animals. The question is, what do you call those things? Yes, you're right. They are called living things. And living things have 7 characteristics. Okay, let's talk about the first one. Living things need food. For living things to survive on Earth, they have to eat and get the energy they need. The question is, where can we get our food? Yes, that's right. We get our food in our environment. People eat different kinds of food to live, to study, and to work. What else? Yes, animals such as horses, carabaos, cows, and goats. And animals who fattle plants also need food to survive. Do you know that plants make their own food using air, water, and sunlight through a process called photosynthesis? What's in this process? You're right. In this process, the plant uses light from the sun, carbon dioxide from the air, and water from the roots to make its food. What do you call that process again? Yes, photosynthesis. People, animal, and plant like grass also need water. Now, did you understand what the first characteristic of living things all about? Good job. Now let's proceed to the second. Living things need air. People and animals need oxygen for breathing, while plants need carbon dioxide to make their own food. Both oxygen and carbon dioxide are all gases that are part of the air. Without them, living things would all die. Now let's proceed to the third characteristic of living things. Living things grow. Living things can grow and develop. Their size, shape, and appearance change as they grow. For example, a puppy that becomes a dog. A kitten becomes a cat. And baby that grows and becomes a grade 3 pupil like you. And many more. Do you understand? Okay, good. Let's proceed to the fourth characteristic of living things. Living things move by themselves. Living things move in many different ways. When living things live in places where there are enough food and space, they will not only grow but move as well. To further understand, here are some examples. A children can run. The bird can fly. A fish can swim, and also a snake can crawl. And lastly, a tree's roots can move under the ground. Did you get it? Okay, good job. Okay, let's move to the fifth characteristics of living things. Living things respond to changes. For example, the leaves of Macahia or mimosa plant fold up when they are touched. It only means that living things can respond to changes around them. They are able to respond to light, touch or feel, and temperature. Examples: a sunflower moves towards the direction of the sun, and another one, when a person touches something hot, he or she automatically withdraws his or her hands. Do you understand, kids? Okay, that's great. Now let's move to the sixth characteristic of living things. Living things reproduce. Living things can reproduce or produce young ones of their own kind. For example, a mother gives birth to a baby. Another one, a mother hen that lays eggs and reproduces chicks. And a plant produces seeds that becomes new plant. And lastly, let's talk about living things remove their waste. Living things remove their waste in their body. People in animal excrete or get rid of their waste, which are mainly urine and feces. Did you know that the sweat of the people is also considered as waste? On the other hand, plants give off oxygen as they waste. Now you already know the different kinds of characteristics of the living things. That's the end of our lesson for today. I hope you have learned a lot of things. Thank you, children.
되고파